Oost! Welcome back to the FOFB, guys. As always, thanks for clicking on. In this video, I thought I'd just give you a quick update on my dad's truck that I'm getting rebuilt, my 144 530 V8, and it has made some amazing, incredible progress. I'm just going to go put my free Snap-on hat on, or people would say it free when you spend that much money with them. But shout out to Scott, my Snap-on agent. He's always very good to me. And aye, I do. Maybe one day I'll get a Snap-on sponsorship. Could you imagine, guys? That'd be incredible. Right, I'm ranting on. You just want to see what's going on here. I see, now no, it's just an engine and chassis at the moment, but it's making incredible progress. The cab is still not back yet. But to give you a total run through, so obviously the engine is back in, but this engine has been ran through, she's been resealed, she's been repiped, repainted. Same with the gearbox, we've got new clutch, new seals, everything as well. Also, do you remember the turbo? She is back. She has been fully rebuilt, refurbed, and let's say maybe a wee bit retweaked as well. Because I don't know if you remember in the previous video, this turbo had obviously blown, was rebuilt of some sort, and obviously a bit of shrapnel. Now when a turbo blows, everything goes through the intercooler, oil, the lot, in fragments. There was obviously a bit left in it, and it went through and it had chipped and scored the turbine in here. So that was all chewed up. So not going to take the risk. Mike and Matt got it sent away for a full rebuild. So that turbo is top notch. Look at the size of it. I mean, that is my head beside the turbo. Exhaust manifolds all redone. Like I says, this engine, and even touch-ups, look at the boys in the paint shop did. Look at that, what the car did. Right, just nice wee touches like this. Now this build, I was struggling between going modern or original, and I thought I want original, but then I thought, why do we just come somewhere in between? I just original, but with my touch, okay? So basically, I'm gonna go with original side skirts and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna go with like Streamline or Dutch or anything like that. I want the original side skirts with possibly the original style side pipes from like early 2000s, okay? That was the look I remember, and that was the look I fell in love with. And then when it comes to the engine, people have been saying, oh, you've got the engine the wrong color, it should be green. Wrong, gray. 4 Series engines were grey, unless the very early ones were green. 3 Series, like your 143s and all that, were green, okay? But then the 4 Series were just chassis, or whatever colour you got the chassis done, but if it came from the factory, it was usually just Scania chassis grey, okay? And then for the gearbox back would be the colour of the chassis. That is all the research I have done. That's the research I've done, and that's what I found out. But we wanted to just add a nice old wee look to it. Now the blue heads on it just set that off. It just sets it a wee bit more, doesn't it? Also, the wheels, right, were silver. Now, I was thinking about getting a set of Durabrights, but cost is quite a bit, and as you can see, this is quite a costly project. And not only that, back then, Durabrights weren't very common. In fact, you didn't get a Durabright back then, it would have been actual polished aluminium. So that wouldn't have been original. And then I was just going to go for the standard look, the grey, because that's what they had. It just had grey steel wheels, right, painted. But to make it pop a bit more, Mike says, what about white? And I totally agreed with him. They're a bit dusty. White with a, you know, the blue around there. I think that just sets off a wee bit nicer. And I think it does have a classic look and a bit of a Dutch style. So it's got my kind of, my love, you know, for trucks in different styles. So we're trying to just give it that, just a different own personal retro patina, retro OEM. Do you know what I mean? Don't know, we're just kind of make up as we go along, but I got the vision there. Now, quickly moving round to the front here, okay? If you're going to do all that work to the engine, the turbo, the whole lot, you can't stop there, you've got to keep going. Here is a brand new intercooler and radiator. So the front here, this is the intercooler, right? Brand spanking new out the box, and then behind that is obviously the radiator, and then we've got new pipes and everything to go along with it. I mean, it's not just for the look. I mean, that does look absolutely incredible. If you lift the grille or when the whole thing's built up, that just looks fantastic, all freshly painted, new brackets, everything. And then like if you did all that and then just put an old intercooler and old radiator in it, it would let the whole lot down. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, but it's under the grille, it doesn't matter. It does matter because I know it's there. And plus, at the same time as you're doing all that work, okay, and then scrimping out in that, and then the radiator, the intercooler, just something knackers, and you've got to undo all your hard work to rip all that out anyway. Might as well do it while it's at this stage. I mean, that says there's still this. Now this is your entire, this is the loom right here. Okay, and then there's all the hose pipes that are getting ran. It is a very time-consuming job, this, but like I said, Matt has just been jumping on it when he can, and I've been trying to get down, but I've not had much time to get down, so I've had like no time on it. As you can see, and you've been seeing in other videos, I brought my very first lorry down, and I've been working on that, getting a few projects in here, but I'm trying to do that while running the XL and doing the load, so it's great, but it's just trying to find the time, guys. Right, update on the door. So I don't know if you've seen me mention it elsewhere. So I needed a driver's door. I'm still looking for a driver's door. Now, this is a very minted driver's door, very minted, right? And it was the right colour, like inside, okay? It was all stripped down. I got this from my good pals, John and Drew Murdoch, right? Because they've got loads of projects and they're very good to me, and they gave me this door along with loads of other parts, sunroofs, trims, all sorts. If you have any 4 Series parts, guys, please get in contact. I'd very appreciate it. But I do have most bits now. But anyway, getting back to the door, there's something wrong with this door. If you can see what is wrong with this door, if you can guess straight away by looking at it, okay? And it's not a passenger door, right? The door is flat at the bottom. It's meant to have a curve like that, okay? In fact, I'll show you. Because it's pretty much the same on this Scania here, right? It's meant to have a curve like that, and it doesn't. It goes like that. So, obviously, it's not the right door. And I couldn't work out where did this door come from until I was at Drifter Style. Do you remember Campbell McFadden's window blew out on his T-cab? And when we were working on that was when I recognised it's a T-cab door. This door is off a T-cab. That's a rare, very rare door. It's minted. So if anyone needs a driver's side door for a T-cab, get in contact with myself or John and Drew Murdoch, because I'm going to return it to them. They might want to keep it themselves because they've got their T-cab, but their door's in good nick. Well, good nick, it's minted, it's a show truck, but just in case they want it again. But if anyone is looking for a door, contact Drew or John at Murdoch's, or give me a shout and I'll tell them. But what are the chances of that? If you tried to find that, you wouldn't find one. I get one by accident without realising it. I've got more bits over there, but that's just the front wings and whatnot. But new battery tray there, always going, right? That is one thing it always seems to go, is the battery tray on Scanias. It's just a known thing when you're doing a restoration. Now, if you haven't watched my videos, this is the first time you've ever came to my channel and seen all this, remember to subscribe and see what this truck was like before. Now, when I bought this truck back, the chassis was just done by the boy that previously owned it. Now, this was my dad's truck, and he sold it to Scania. Scania sold it to a boy not far from Dartford, right? And he had it the whole time, and we came across it. It's a great story. I'll explain it again in another video because other people have already heard it, but it's a great story, this truck. And it was my favourite truck. I fell in love with it, and when my dad sold it, I was heartbroken. I was 5 years old, and I always said I'd buy it back. Never knew that would be the case, and now we've got it. When he had it, he well looked after it. It was like, even though it looked like tired and that, it was really well looked after, actually, mechanically. So the cross members had already been done, the chassis had been done up in Ipswich before I bought it. So that was a saving grace to come into a rebuild. Because anyone knows they do a project, as soon as you start breaking down the chassis and splitting it, you are in deep. But because this one was in such a good position already, Mike was right. Why get the engine out and let's do this properly? Let's go the full set. I was just going to give it a refurb and that was it. But Mike is like, no, Sam, you are so far ahead where a project starts, you might as well go for it. And I vowed to never do a project like this. Doing something like this, I've been a part of them and I said, I will never do it. I would always just buy a truck that's already done and just send it away for paint. I would never do a full rebuild because I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. The amount of people I've seen over the years that get this total nostalgia of, oh, it's going to be great. And I know the idea and the thought and then when you start running in your head, it's going to be great. It is very long, timely, and most importantly, costly. It is painstaking. It doesn't end. And once you're in, you're in. Okay? I've seen more failed projects than I have seen completed ones. I'm glad I waited till I met Mike because they were the right people to do this with. Okay, and when this project is done, when this rebuild is done, I will never, ever do it again. ever. But when I was just cleaning out the inside of my first truck, like you said, you've seen my other videos, I'm just fixing this girl back up. Haven't decided what we're doing with it yet, or if you've seen it and I've decided, depending where you are. But that's what I've been doing with my very first truck. We've got new set of wing mirrors, they're in paint, and the front grill's all getting redone, and she's all getting, like, you know, well, she's had everything done to her. But sorry, I'm going on, but when I was cleaning her out, I found some old photos, and like, you know, just, there's my dad's 143 with me. You know, I mean, that was his first brand new lorry. There it was, she was a tag axle. That lorry is still on the go, like. And here is this truck here we're rebuilding, S1 SMC. There she is with the Lamoette trailer. There she is with me and my dad. That was the truck. Love this lorry. There it is out of Boulogne. There's Stuart Clegg. See guys, this is what it means to me. Honest to God, the story of this to me, right, to think, my dad sold this truck when I was 5 years old. I remember seeing it leave the truck show in Edinburgh when that was it, it was sold. And I just, because it had Buzz Lightyear on the back, right, to infinity and Boulogne, not beyond, because it used to run to Boulogne. To me, it was everything. I've even got Buzz Lightyear tattooed on my arm. It was just nostalgia for me. It was everything. And when it came across it and it still had Buzz Lightyear on the back and the registration S1 SMC, to bring it home was incredible. And now, like I says, I've got my very first truck behind it. I've got my dream truck out the back, outside, my Scania XL, with my matching Nutty Boom 4-axle trailer, the work I get to do, and doing this, and a platform making trucking content. Guys, like, honestly guys, sometimes I had to think, this is a wee bit too scripted. It's like the Truman Show, like the whole process, the lead up to it. It's just a great story in itself, and it's my story. And it's never been easy. I'm not, and people think, oh, it's all right for you. You know what, it is all right for me. That I've got my first truck, my dad's old truck that I get to be rebuilding, and my dream truck outside with my matching Nutty Boom trailer. I grafted, I worked hard, and anyone could do it. I never started with anything. I started with a Bolingo van, a Mark 1, and like 500 quid cash, nothing else, okay? I've had amazing times, I've had very hard times, I've had testing and learning times, okay? I even remember when I started my business, it all went wrong. I lived in that truck back there for 3 months, okay? Made it work, did it all. Social media with yourselves was just a fluke. And I say a fluke, I fell into it, but I've had to learn a lot of it. I've had to reinvent myself, and I love doing what I do. I love my channel. I love like all the support I get from you guys. I love reading the comments and seeing how much you hype, share, and do everything with my videos, okay? And I will keep growing and keep pushing, and the more I push it, the more it goes, the more stuff I'm going to do, right? And I've always vowed that. I just want to keep improving and driving, okay? This story to me, like it says, this truck, I said I would never do a rebuild, and now here I am, and honest to God, I am determined and will get it completed. But anyway guys, just go back to the build before I end this video. Like it says, new back end, new bags, new shockies, right? Completely rewired, look at that, all brand new, brand new, brand new. Okay, getting rewired, valves, all sorts, everything getting done right. And also, sorry, I know this video is so mixed up, I'm just super excited and hyped for this build, okay? But you see the front wheels, but look at the back wheel. Look at that, look how nice that is. Just so clean and fresh. Now, you do ask as well, the comments, and people ask me, am I gonna work it? Absolutely not. Now, I never believe like a truck should always be nice to be seen working out the road, but this truck has done its days. God knows how many millions went through that truck, and that's about the VAT, if you know what I mean, okay? This truck has done its shift. It needs to, this is its retirement, okay? And I want to get it built, put into a nice shed and keep her clean and just take her to truck shows, retro shows, and maybe do some truck runs. And this will just be one of my like achievements and trophies, okay? But I've got to say this, guys, a big shout out to Mike here at Autoplant for taking on this project, and Matt for doing like the majority of the work. But in fact, all the boys here at Autoplant have all had a hand in this, and what an incredible job they are all doing, and I really do appreciate them. And I love it how they let me come down here and I can you know, do my work on my trucks. And I says, Mike has been very good to me. And I will say this, if it wasn't for him, this truck wouldn't be at this stage. Absolutely not. I was so glad I waited. Like, I had other opportunities to put it other places and I didn't. And I'm so glad I did not, because it would have, I just know now, especially at the time, I was like, no, I'm just gonna, nope. And people were telling me, oh, what are you doing? I says, no. And I was told I was an idiot, and I was told, no. It's not the right time. I just wasn't in the right position, and it was not the right time. I am so glad I waited, and I wasn't, I didn't cave to being forced into anything, because I definitely brought this truck to the right place. But anyway, guys, that's just a quick update on it. We'll get more on it, and remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, hype these videos, and like I say, tell people about my videos, please. Because if you think they're worth telling people about, please do it. Because all people are only finding my channel now, and that's what I say, word of mouth is how I'm going to get it further out there, and we're going to push bigger builds and more content and bigger loads in the future. Thanks everyone for watching my video and staying to the end. Remember to hit the merch store as well, flatoutflatbroke.com. And as always, flat out, flat broke. Boosh!